Hey, we are here, and it's Dininho again. We played Dininho, I think last year, and they came out with a new one, and I wasn't a big fan of Dininho 1, and I saw Dininho 2 was out, but Dininho 2, or whatever this is, was also really cheap. So I said, why not? It's also a different type of game. The other one was like a side scroller, and it was trying to imitate, at least from what I saw, a like Yoshi's Island aesthetic. We weren't huge fans of it. But this is Dininho Space Adventures, and I guess Dininho is or probably like Dininho, since I think it's like Brazil, so it's Portuguese. I think the NH is a nil instead of a no. But I'm speaking English and with my American accent, so it's Dininho. It seems to be just like a pretty straightforward like shmup. It kind of, with like the little story things it was showing, with them being vertical and the game being vertical and that menu button just kind of omnipresently there. I want to say this might be like a mobile port. But I don't know because I've never looked. But oh, we made it. That's it. All right. But yeah, I wanted to play it only because I played the first one, or what I imagine was the first one. Oh, more like Dead Dino. No, so yeah, I just wanted to try it. Just wanted to try it out because I was curious, like what else will they do with this guy? And it turns out it's a shoot 'em up game. And that's what they made. So yeah, I just wanted to try it out. I mean, so far, like, I think aesthetically, I think it looks better. Like, it feels more coherent, and the art style feels like is more what they're like, more in their wheelhouse. I think the other one, the first one, they were really trying to go for like a Yoshi's Island crayon book aesthetic, and it just didn't land for me. It felt like it was trying, but it didn't quite get there. This one's a more, like, I don't want to say generic, I guess standard, just like cute pixel art style. But I think it meshes better together because like everything feels like it's part of the same thing. So props on that for doing that. Also, I know it's like it's made, I think it's like, it said like National Studio Brazil or something when it started. So like, I don't know what it's like out there. I've never been, but I do know that like, here it's like anyone can just pick up, like everyone has access to, well, mostly everyone has access to like a computer and like learn this and learn that or whatever. Like that's accessible to everyone, but I know not every country is like that. And I know, especially like from like me, my parents being Guatemalan and like having been to Guatemala, not recently, but I do know that like it's not as easy to get stuff in different countries. And again, I'm not going to claim to know what Brazil's like, but like, who knows? It could be a thing where like, they don't have the same resources. So like, this is something that's like on the newer end for them, or it's just like not as many people doing it. So that, you don't have like peers to bounce ideas around with and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what the case is, but, so, it's like the circumstances of this game could be quite different, who knows? I don't know. I didn't read about it. I'm just making guesses or trying to think of stuff, like just due to the fact that, I think I've only ever seen this and the other one have like the Brazil thing at the beginning. Maybe the only other one that comes to mind was 99 Vidas, but I don't know where that one was from. So maybe, I don't know. And maybe this is just like a brand new studio of just like some people who are just like getting into it. I don't know. But definitely I see this as an improvement over the last one. I will say it's very plain. Like, maybe there's other stuff you can do. Maybe like upgrades does something. Shot power, Pixie's attack speed. Okay. Whoops. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I died immediately. But yeah, this just feels like more polished than the last one. And that's a good thing, because obviously you want to see growth. And yeah. But it definitely feels like it was a mobile game, or it was designed to be a mobile game, and then like at the end just like brought over to the Switch or something. But yeah, I'm not a fan, and I've said this before, I think, but I'm not a huge fan when like games on consoles have the structure of like the star rating stuff. Like it's like you could just see it. There's no map, there's no nothing. It's just like a menu with a bunch of with, you can see like like 20 levels at a time or whatever. Like you can see the rest aren't unlocked, and each one has like a 3-star rating depending on how well you do. Like, that to me just screams mobile game. And not to say mobile games are bad. Like, I have Apple Arcade, and I like I play mobile games when I'm like working out or whatever. But like, I don't know, there's just something to me, it feels tacky when games have the like, when console games have the like rating system. I don't know, it just feels weird. Like instead of just like making normal levels and like like longer, more complex, and just overall more fleshed out stuff, it's like no, it's just little bite-sized pieces that kind of like every time I leave to the main menu, I'm like pulled out of whatever like immersion it was trying to go for, just because you can't, like, it just removes you from the game, and yeah, when mobile games do that, it's because like it's like it's a mobile game, it's designed with the idea of like, probably don't have a lot of time to play, you need to be able to put this away at a moment's notice because if something comes up, and like I get that, but with console games, it's like usually you have a little bit more time, you can just pause it or stuff like that. Like if you don't finish all the way, like it's not a big deal. You can have more progression and stuff, and especially with like the Switch, where you can just literally stop it wherever you want and then just put it away and then come back to it. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that structure in games like this. I know Part-Time UFO had it, and that was a mobile game, and it didn't have stars. It had like 3 missions, so I guess it didn't have it. But I know I've played some other games that have had that, and like I don't know. I'm personally, it's not a, to me it's like a very like like I'm less inclined to want to play it because it feels like it wasn't created for the console. It was created as a phone game. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm just like shitting on phone games because I play phone games on the daily, but I feel like phone games are mostly designed as like quick little distractions. At least the majority of them are, or the ones that are marketed, or you know. Whereas console games usually have more meat on them, and like they're a little bit more involved because they know you're setting time aside to play this, so you want to be invested a little bit more. You don't want to just be like going through menus and being pulled out and doing that kind of stuff. And I think the fact that this game is structured like a mobile game makes me be like, meh. Like I'm not as jazzed about it. I think also like now that I unlocked this weapon that's like stronger, like it feels better because I can do more stuff. But maybe once I'm able to move faster or something, it'll do something. But there's also not a lot of variety in the stuff that's been happening. Like the birds that are different colors move in different like patterns. There's just that new cannon thing that just showed up in this map. And then there's the spiky balls, and that's it. And like, I don't know, it feels very like it just feels like nothing's happening. Like it's just me. I'm just going through the things without like even thinking about it. Pixie's attack power, shot power. But that's Dininho Space Adventure. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, except what I just said. If I were to rate this, I don't even know how to rate this. I would say 5. Like, yeah, I would say maybe a 5 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's definitely not great. It's just like 5 doesn't mean like it's bad or good. It means that it exists. It's playable. It's not offensive, but it does nothing to like really keep you playing, and it does nothing that would deter you from playing it either. Though it's just there. Definitely, that's 2 Daninos in a row that I have not been jazzed about. Not jazzed, but like they just haven't hit. So I don't know if they make a third one. Maybe I'll do it for the hell of it, but that's Dininho Space Adventure. I've rambled for